Well, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to take the car, the K225, to the track. But this is in between filming of doing all the fuel stuff and getting it back together and stuff like that. But right now, look at this. I'm actually taking it to the car wash and to the gas station. Good. Almost thought that it didn't going to start. Woo! So good morning. Welcome to a new video by the 67 channel. Got two vlogs. Today I'm going to go to Zandvoort. Hell yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, let's go. First stop, here to go on. Pick up the crew over there and we'll have a good day. Check this out. Alright. Pretty cool. So in Hilgewaard, picked up Johan. Yay. What's up? Over there is Julian's girlfriend in the camper van. We're gonna follow him to Zandvoort, it's about 45 minutes drive. And have a quick eat, and there's some piece of crap Volkswagen over there. And I mean mine. So yeah. Let's go. So we arrived at the Secret Park Zandvoort.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's raining, but it's not too bad, I guess. So let's unload the car and see what we're gonna do. Ga rijden of als die kant wel via je rug zal komen. Oh, kut, mijn ticket. Ah, die telefoon is niet maar ticket is daarover. Niet vergeten! Oh. Ik weet wat er aan de hand is. What the fuck? Well, that was the end of this track day. I literally only did one corner. Out of frustration, I forgot to film everything. Here's Johan. We just packed up and we're gonna go back home. And this video is going to turn out to be a very short one. And I'm very frustrated. I'll probably tell you at home what happened yet again. So, here I'm at after the track day, actually a week later now. And it's time to explain what actually happened. The problem was the same as it was in Austin last year. The fuel pressure was starting to drop. At the time I thought it was a fuel pump issue, which it is actually. But there's something else going on. Let me show you. Here we have the fuel filler and the fuel breather. And then you might think, wait, what's going on with that? Before, I was still running the fuel filler cap stock, the stock one from the 205, and that also gave issues. Because, you know, for some reason. But the problem is, there's also a third line. Oh, you can actually see it right here. This one. This one prevents vacuum in the fuel pump, or fuel pump vacuum in the fuel tank. I think that thing is failing. And in my old system, my fuel filler cap didn't really close properly because I destroyed the lock, so I just put it in place so it didn't fall off. So that didn't even seal. And the thing I have now, I put this cap in there and I put tape over that. I put that hole in later on. So the thing that actually was happening, probably, I'm going to test it later on, the fuel tank was pulling vacuum. And that's why suddenly the pump is not able to get enough fuel out of it because the fuel is getting pulled back because of the vacuum. And that probably happened last year as well. And that fuel pump got rough, so that fuel pump is no longer doing 4 bars. That's probably doing like 2.5, 3 at best. But the reason also I thought it was very strange, the test that I did at home over here actually, that pump, that cap wasn't on, and I didn't tape that one off. So it was actually impossible to get a vacuum in there. Also, because I had a very little bit of fuel in there, so there was a lot of room to breathe. And then later when I filled it back up, the bottom of the filler neck, like at the tank, is now covered with gas. So it's no longer venting through this one. And also I got that one taped up. So there's nowhere the air to get in. And if that thing's clogged up, which it probably is, it'll start pulling vacuum. And the startup was okay, and then the warm-up was okay. But as soon as I started driving, the engine was already running for like over 5 minutes probably to warm everything up. And that's probably just enough time to get like a vacuum in there. And then when it finally arrived, the car just stopped running. And the reason why it was even worse than before, because I just modified this bit. I just completely forgot about that, how this system works. Because I just assumed this little line was doing its job, which it probably isn't. I'm going to test that later on. And I'm going to see if it still does that fuel drop thing. It's been standing here for a week now. I'm gonna see if I can simulate it so I can see, so I can demonstrate what the problem is. But I have to connect things and start it right up. Let's start it up. So even as you've seen, it's no warm up at all. It just started right up as you saw. There, the fuel pressure is slowly dropping, and then when I give the gas, it drops even more. So that's probably the reason why when it first started up and warm up, it was totally fine. But then when the engine was actually warm, the tank pulled so much vacuum that suddenly the fuel pressure just completely disappeared. And that's why the warm up was fine, drove to the startup grid, it was alright. And then when it actually started driving, got more load in the engine, fuel pressure is gone, it stops. And that fuel pump was, I don't know, when it suddenly started to go, it sounded like it was getting choked, which it probably was. So yeah, that demonstration went way easier than I thought, but that's the problem that I'm having. And yeah, I got to solve that. And I'm probably not going to do that in this video, it's probably going to go in the fuel lines video. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this short. A bit of a frustration that the car broke again, but at the end of the day, that is why we are testing and not immediately jumping into a competition. But this point was very big. But you know, I still want to thank you for watching. Like and subscribe when you see more, and hopefully see you in the next one. Later on.